All right, guys. Hope everyone is well. Heading to gym, obviously. Okay, guys. Let me take my glasses off. The sun is okay. I just don't feel good. I kind of feel rude when I'm wearing my glasses. When I'm talking to people, or in this case, shooting a video. Anyways, guys. So today's topic is privilege in life, right? So privilege is usually associated, most of the time, people, I think the first thing that comes to their mind is wealth, right? So that's what we think. I do it too, even though I try not to now. But yeah, we know. But when I say privilege is it's consistent of a lot of things, right? So I consider myself, my upbringing, as very privileged. Financially, no, but in other areas, in terms of my parenting, in terms of my parents' nurturing, and especially their care for my well-being, for my education, for my learning, I consider myself very privileged. Financially, no, that wasn't there. Life was not easy. And I'm sure there are millions and millions of other people in the world that can say the same, and probably had it worse than me. So, because that's the mentality I grew up with. Whenever even as a kid, when I wanted something else, something new, or I would tell my dad I want a new gaming console. So back then in the 90s, the Sega was like the big thing. This was way, for all of you that are in their 20s now, you guys are used to far more advanced stuff. PlayStation, Nintendo was around. I had it, but I was a big Sega guy. I love Sega. I asked my dad to get me the Sega Mega Drive. I guess it was not brand new, but it was, kind of the state of the art console back where I was. So my dad, I was 10 years old. I remember really well. My dad said, "Grow up, you're 10. He still got me the Sega Mega Drive. He still did, but he told me to grow up first. Anyways, so my point is, whenever I would complain as a kid or something, my parents would be like, "Do you have any idea how other kids around your age have it in life? Do you have any idea? They don't even have, not even 10% of the things you have right now." And as a kid, it frustrated me. I'm like, okay, why am I hearing about other kids? But even then, I kind of I used to look at my neighbors and my peers and kids that worked with their parents. I'm like, wow, yeah, I gotta get in shape here, mentally. I can't be just doing that. So even as a kid, it was instilled in me that you gotta think about other people. Usually my parents were like, do not compare your life with people higher than you in terms of privilege. Always compare your life with people that are lower privilege. Now that can mean two things, right? So people will be like, well, that's easier to do. That's not necessarily a good thing. Yes, but that's not what they meant. What they meant is, whatever you have, be grateful, be thankful. Not, I don't have this, or I don't have that. Because people who are higher than you would want more things for yourself. But people who are, in terms of privilege, less privileged, I shouldn't be using this higher, lower words. It doesn't sound good. So I should say more privileged, less privileged is probably better. Yeah, when you compare yourself with people that are less privileged, you will appreciate and be grateful more for the things you have. Or your circumstances. So now that's just the foundational context that I wanted to give. So what do I want to do in my life at this point? What I want to do is, I want to pass on what I've learned, which is the point of this channel. But I want to do a lot more. I want to kind of maybe mentor, educate, teach, whatever I can, to pass on what I've learned and what other people have shared with me and taught me and helped me with, to other kids that do not have the resources or the privileges that I had, and you guys, whoever watches it. I highly doubt many do. But even if in the future more people watch, yeah, it's you, including you, whoever is watching right now. If you're more privileged, pass on that privilege, pass it on, help people, teach, do something. Volunteering, the food drive, that stuff is great, guys, but I feel like some of it is just disingenuous. I know it doesn't sound, I know people will be like, what did he just say? Because I've seen this in my life, right? When sometimes people, they do the bare minimum just to feel good about themselves, and that's it. Okay, so okay, that's fine. I mean, good is good, I will take it. But I'm more interested in doing help and good that's foundational, guys. That's not temporary. That's foundational. Something that will stay with that person and take them, far in life, in a good to a good place in life. So that's what I want to do. My dream, something I want to do, is create an academy for underprivileged kids. A vocational academy, perhaps educational too, but mostly like maybe parallel to high school or maybe shortly after high school. And that's because a lot of kids, people just probably don't want to pursue that college path, especially nowadays, and they probably just want to work and do things. They don't want to be stuck in a classroom. So great, no problem. They will be, that's what I want to do, teach people practical skill sets, whether that's construction. Obviously I will need to hire people that can teach that stuff that I know. I will do it. And then obviously other people like accounting, whatever, practical skill sets that you can go ahead and use and do something in life in terms of your income and stuff. So that's what I want to do. I need money for that. People have just suggested that I should pursue the online path. Yes, but I think in person will probably be better. Maybe even work with kids that unfortunately come from really unfortunate homes, maybe build housing within the academy so they can live. That's stuff that I obviously need to figure out how, and obviously I will need to work within the state laws and things like that. So yeah, that's what I want to do. That's my long-term plan. I don't see myself, guys, working in my job all my life. Oh my god, my job is my life. No, I hate that mentality. In my 20s, yeah, I mean, I would get hired in certain companies, and I would be really happy. It meant something to me. But at this stage in my life, it's just a job, right? It's a corporate job. You do your job, okay, great job, blah blah blah. You get some praises, and that's it. The meaning is just not there, guys. At least that's how I feel. I mean, I'm sure not everyone feels that way. I do. So yeah. I made 8 minutes. So yeah, guys, use your privilege responsibly, pass it on. Now the reason why I like Superman a lot is I'm not much of a comic book person, but it's just that his human parent, dad, tells him, hey, you're very privileged with a lot of power, and especially being from a different world, you should use it responsibly. I think he said something along those lines. I might be dead wrong about the exact phrasing, but yeah, use your privileges in a responsible way, and pass it on. That's it, guys. That's all I wanted to say for today. All right, stay safe, be well, and do something. Put your experiences and knowledge to good use, and pass it on. All right, guys, take care. Be safe.